Grogu and the star that should be dead. The star was marked as extinct on every chart Mando could access. Collapsed centuries ago. Logged as a cold remnant, gravitationally unstable but inert. Yet as their ship exited hyperspace, golden light flooded the cockpit. The star was burning. Not dimly, not erratically. It pulsed with full radiant intensity, casting long arcs of solar flare into the surrounding system. Mando checked the nav computer twice. Same coordinates, same designation. Impossible. Grogu made a soft sound in his hoverpram, low and uncertain. The force around the star felt wrong. Not dark, not violent, distorted like a note played slightly off-key but sustained too long. Grogu's ears lowered as he stared into the blazing sphere. Mando adjusted shields and brought the ship into a cautious orbit. Scans showed activity within the corona-structured energy patterns, not natural convection. Something was regulating the fusion process from inside. Stars don't restart, Mando muttered. Not like this. Grogu closed his eyes. He reached out carefully, brushing the star with his awareness. Heat, pressure, gravity, then something beneath it. A rhythm, artificial, controlled. The star was being held open, forced to remain alive. A structure appeared on the edge of the photosphere, barely detectable against the glare. Mando angled closer. It wasn't orbiting. It was anchored, partially submerged within the stellar plasma. A lattice, ancient, metallic, vast beyond comprehension. It extended inward, threading through the star's core like ribs. The structure pulsed in synchronization with the distorted rhythm Grogu felt. This isn't a power station, Mando said quietly. It's a cage. Grogu's eyes snapped open. The distortion wasn't sustaining the star. It was containing something. Another pulse rippled outward, stronger this time. Solar flares twisted unnaturally, spiraling instead of arcing. The ship trembled as instruments spiked. The star was straining against its confinement. Grogu felt it clearly now, an immense presence at the center. Not alive in the way beings were alive, but aware, ancient, compressed, forced into stellar pressure to keep it dormant and waking. Grogu extended both hands, instinctively steadying himself against the ship's console. The force surged around him, not to attack, not to shield, but to listen. The presence responded, not with words, with pressure. Mando saw it in the readings first. The lattice was fracturing. Microfissures raced along its structure, glowing white-hot. If it failed completely, whatever was inside would be released or the star would collapse violently. Neither outcome felt survivable, kid, Mando said evenly. Tell me this isn't our problem. Grogu looked at him. It was. Grogu focused deeper, past the fear, past the immense scale. He didn't try to overpower the presence. He matched it. Calm, steady, like quieting a frightened animal too large to see. The star's pulsing slowed. Solar flares softened, no longer twisting violently. The lattice's fractures stopped spreading. For a moment, everything held in delicate balance. Grogu understood then the ancient builders hadn't created a prison out of cruelty. They had stabilized something that could not exist freely in normal space. The star was both shield and anchor, but it was failing. Grogu reached further, not to strengthen the cage, but to soothe what lay within. The presence reacted, confusion giving way to recognition. It was not malicious. It was displaced. Lonely. The distortion in the force smoothed slightly, like water settling after a stone sinks. The star dim, not extinguishing, but reducing to a sustainable burn. Controlled, not strained. Mando watched the energy readings stabilize across every system panel. You're talking to it, he realized. Grogu's small hands trembled, but he did not withdraw. The lattice reconfigured subtly, segments shifting into new alignment as if responding to Grogu's guidance. The containment field stabilized at lower output. The star no longer blazed unnaturally bright. It glowed steady and calm, not resurrected, maintained. Grogu slowly lowered his hands. The distortion in the force remained, but it was no longer jagged. It felt like a distant, sleeping heartbeat. Mando eased the ship back from the corona. We can't fix ancient stellar engineering, he said quietly, but maybe it doesn't need fixing. Grogu gazed at the star one last time. It flickered once almost gently. As they prepared to jump to hyperspace, Mando updated the nav charts. The star's status changed from dead to unstable anomaly. No explanation, no details. Some things weren't meant to be understood fully. As the ship leaped into hyperspace, the star burned on behind them, no longer screaming against its confinement, but resting within it. And far at its core, something immense returned to patient sleep.